Now, where is money made in this business? By moving reps to builders, because if I can recruit John, and John can therefore go recruit somebody else when I'm not there, that's when it's fun. When you're making money someplace that you're not. Reps don't do anything other than spend money and get a website. They don't become a builder until they've recruited somebody and added to the team. Now, reps that desire to be builders have to do things that other people won't. A rep is still a part of the 70%. He doesn't become a builder until he's made some choices and made some decisions. So there are some things that a rep must do. Move over to this side over here. One, you've got to have our sales tools. How can you be successful at any business if you don't have the tools to get you there? We've got programs called PSB. You can learn about that tomorrow. We've got tools that you can use. You can learn about that tomorrow. We have what's called a Drive Time University. I can tell you this. In order to be a builder, you've got to have our Drive Time University. It is a 13 CD set series that tells you how to do this thing. It will pick you up when you're down. You listen to it in your car. And I'll tell you that it costs, I think, like $99. The 70%ers, they'll say, I don't need that. And they don't. Because they're never going to make any money anyway. Because they've made the choice that this is where they want to be. Now, the reason that you have to have it is not because you need it. It's because everybody else needs it. And they're only going to do what you're going to do. So in order for you to be successful, you've got to have the habits that those people over there won't have. Therefore, you don't have it, forget it. You're going to be a rep and a rep only. Plus, we have what's called acceleration trainings. These are national training events. 70% of the population doesn't go. 30%ers do. So if you're one of those people that say, yeah, I'd like to make $5,000 a month, and I say, who's never been to an acceleration? You've never raised your hand? Sorry. It will be impossible for you to succeed unless you're plugged into the acceleration training. Once per month, next week, this weekend, we'll be in San Antonio. July, we're in Las Vegas. Now, I'm on the President's Advisory Council, and I'm also a corporate trainer. I'll be training in Vegas. So if you come to Las Vegas, you're going to see me do this exact same thing for 2,000 people. Why? Because this is so critical of what it is that we're doing right now. It's going to give you the track to run on, as you were asking about. What do I need to do? I'm telling you exactly what you need to do now. Now, when a rep becomes a builder, the way that you know they become a builder, they're doing something. They're recruiting people. Okay? And so, did anybody recruit anybody tonight? You got some? Okay. You're working on it. Guess what? You've already put some people in already today, right?
Yes.
So you're a builder. You're a builder. You've demonstrated that with very little help, you have the ability to build. But I'm going to tell you something. It will not last long term if you don't do these things and demonstrate to these guys what it is that they need to do, because if you don't do it, they won't do it. And it will crumble just as fast. Okay? That's how critical this is. So you need to be in Vegas with me. And anybody else that wants to make this thing happen. Now here's the real key. Once you get a builder, the next step is the leader. That is, in fact, the person that is growing, that is building, and is doing all of these things, and is developing a team of people that are duplicating that. Those people are leaders. Who is the leader in this room tonight?
Mark. You. You.
Me, not me. Me outside of me.
Yeah.
I'm just Tam. Tam comes here all the time. Who do people look to when, who y'all bring people to see tomorrow? We're going to bring for her to see.
Tana.
She is the leader. Okay? Outside of Tana, who is the next potential leader or several? Mark?
Yeah.
Christine. Okay? Now Christine just took a major step in saying, I'm going to lead. First of all, she does all these things. Secondly, she quit her job. Okay? And I don't know what her financial situation is, but I'm going to guess that she got to get after it. Where's Christina? She probably recruited someone.
She left.
Okay? So this is the level that you need to move through. And the reason I tell you these things is because I want you to understand that 70% of you will not succeed by your own choice. So I talk to you like this as a coach because, doggone it, some people can be moved from being a slacker, lazy person to over here if they got somebody kind of pushing. And so that's what I'm trying to do here. But I'm telling you, Regardless of what happens, that's what the numbers will be. Now, we'll move a lot faster from this point on. Phase 1, your first 30 days. This is what you're going to do. You will, from your list, make 30 exposures this month.
One of them.
One a day. Let me ask you a question. If you had a job that required 15 minutes of your effort once per day, how fun would that be? That's what we're saying. Expose one person per day, 30 per month. So what you're going to do on this little sheet right over here is you're going to list the names and the date of the times that you expose these people. Now what's an exposure? They saw our presentation and you asked them to buy. That's an exposure. Number 2. Are we clear on that? How tough is that? From your list, you're going to invite people, expose them to our business, ask them to buy. In our illustrations that I'm going to use here, how many will buy? What's the ratio that I said we're going to use?
1 out of 5.
5. What kind of ratio you get, Tim?
8.
8 out of 10. What do you get?
Me?
Yeah, we get
I'm about 50%.
50%. Okay? So we're saying 20%, which we're going to say we all suck. We're not any good. 1 out of 5 is what we're going to use. So, the second thing we're going to do, you're going to attend acceleration training within your first 60 days. Remember, you want to be a builder and you don't do that, scrap the idea that you're going to be a builder. Just be a rep, just be a hobbyist, just kick the tires at this thing once in a while. You can still make $1,000 a month doing that. You can't be a builder though if you do not attend an acceleration training within your first 60 days. And I'll tell you what, if you're working with me and I'm mentoring you and you've made the decision not to attend an acceleration within your first 60 days, I'm done working with you. I know how critical that is. I know how critical that is. Next thing is start listening to the Drive Time University. In this business, you have to be around it. Why? Because you're a home-based business entrepreneur and you have no boss other than yourself, and sometimes you may suck as a boss. This is the only business that you can fire yourself and rehire yourself again. Okay? You're hard to get rid of. So you've got to have the tools to be able to listen to motivate yourself as your own employee. Thirdly, book your first dream trip. Why do we say that? Family that plays together stays together. Who's going to Cabo with me? You going? Who's going to Cabo?
Went last week.
Well, 1,500 of us going on that trip. 1,500 of us going on that trip. And then you can plug into local events. What are the local events here?
Here every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, right here. Also, if you are a member, what we're looking to do is host your own home party. So if you've got some friends and family, it's a lot easier to get your friends and family at your own house than it is sometimes to come here. So that's something that we'll do and work with you. And don't worry about doing the presentation. We'll take care of that. But just invite your friends and your family to your own place, and we'll make sure that they get exposed the correct way.
Tina and I were talking a little bit about something earlier today. You know, my computer goes off in there. I don't know if it's going to go off, but we're supposed to be doing another meeting through Skype and someplace else. We're talking about today. You know, when I started, there was no help. There was no help. I was the first one in the state of Minnesota. The day we launched the company, I went to Dallas to launch this thing, and I came back to Minnesota, and I was the only one. I had no idea what I was doing. Who's going to help me? Nobody. We had no presentation. We had no DVD. I invited some people over to my office at my health club. I set up sort of a whiteboard, and I tried to explain this thing, drawing circles, drawing out things. You know what? Sign some up. Sign 2 more up. And then pretty soon we got the DVD, and we got a PowerPoint presentation. Pretty soon we got this and this and this and that. So somebody in this room may look at this thing and say, you know what? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, are you kidding me? That's not fast enough for me. I'm going to go every night. The guy that I brought in a little over a year ago, his name is David Peach. David Peach is fairly famous in our company. He went to the top income level in 10 months. He went from 0 to $60,000 a month in 10 months. He's on my team. Actually, Brian Morgan is on his team, and so you're on his team too. Okay? And he doesn't know you're here. He doesn't know who you are. Okay? And that's the cool part about this whole thing. But some of you will like the fact that it's done for you Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You need to do anything other than come. And some of you, one of you, at least in this room, is sitting thinking, you know what, I can do this better than this. Get some people around us. This is going on my own. And you should be. You should be. Because if you want to go fast with this thing, go fast. And David Peach started doing meetings. He still does them to this day, 7 nights a week. And you've got to come.